Well, I think the common theme that the Graham Center can articulate to all parts of the campus is the notion of civic engagement and leadership in public policy and becoming better citizens. And that applies primarily to students, but also to faculty, administrators, and visitors to the campus. So the notion of leadership, of civic engagement, and public service is a strong one that I think is articulated beautifully in so many ways by the Graham Center. Well, I think my principal attribute is perhaps the 50 years or so that I've had in business and civic affairs, and in being able to relate some of those experiences and some of the values of professional and civic leadership to students and others who can take those experiences and use them in their lives and careers going forward. Well, one of the, I think, great experiences I've had in the last 4 weeks has been interacting with faculty and students from 3 disciplines: architecture, engineering, and construction management. And one thing that I have tried to emphasize or put across in my discussions, particularly with faculty and administrators, is greater cooperation across disciplinary lines, and how students, faculty, researchers even, could benefit from that cross-disciplinary experience, and how much stronger each of those 3 schools or colleges will be if they interact more deliberately, more affirmatively with one another, and enrich the lives of students as well as those of the faculty and researchers. Well, I certainly think I got more out of my month as a fellow than I put into it. I have enjoyed it enormously. It's been quite productive in so many ways, and I have benefited from my experiences, my interactions with students as well as with faculty, and also with the leadership of the various independent institutes and centers across campus, which are not a part of those 3 academic units, but are having great influence upon the university and upon me during the last 4 weeks. University's influence is not limited to its academic activities. I mentioned the independent institutes and centers that are sponsored and supported by the university. And driving back yesterday from one of those centers, I reflected upon what an enormous influence the university has had through not only its academic campus, but the policy centers, the Graham Center included, which are supported in large part by the university, and the many enterprises that the university has spawned through its incubators, its innovation centers, and similar undertakings, and evidence of the employment, the economic impact which those centers have had and continue to have, is a wonderful reflection upon the university's sponsorship and encouragement of those efforts. Previously, my visits to the university have been less than 1 day, and I frequently came in and out without seeing much of the campus. This time I was able to spend a month on the campus. I lived in the center of campus and walked to almost all of my meetings and other activities. And I was impressed by the vigor and the energy of the undergraduates. I was impressed by the openness and tolerance reflected on the university's campus. I was impressed by the diversity of students in terms of ethnic, cultural, racial backgrounds. I'm impressed by the fact that more than half of the students are women. And I'm also impressed by the physical plant. I think the university has done a beautiful job of architectural quality, of making the campus a walkable one with landscaping and architecture, which are the envy of any campus I know of. Well, to me, the good life is a balance between work and pleasure, a balance between family and friends, a balance between extracurricular, if you will, civic pursuits and your professional pursuits. So the good life is characterized by a healthy mixture of interests and activities, and reflects a diversity of opportunity, a diversity of interest, and pursuing those interests in a positive way, and trying to have a positive influence upon other people, upon the institutions that surround us, and in elevating the quality of life in one's community, whatever that may be.
Thank you very much.
Okay. That all?
That's it.
That was easy. Thank you.